Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well and are having a good year so far, almost halfway through the year of 2022 right here. I wanted to make a little update video, just giving some updates, some good and bad news here and there, and just to kind of check in. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a little bit, so I feel like I've been due for a little vlog, whatever, vlog video. Just kind of chatting, updating you with some things. First and foremost, I just graduated with my undergraduate degree from college, and I just to keep it brief, but I do want to reflect a little bit out loud here. But just to be brief, it's been a great, amazing 4 years. Definitely learned a lot of things. And I've grown so much as a person. Not just through the school, but through all the people that I've met along the way. I think that's the number one thing. One thing I wanted to do was to give a couple shout outs for those of you who gave me gifts for graduation. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna call out two folks right here. Cassie gave me this moose right here. I just wanted to show a couple of them off in the background. Cassie gave me this moose. It was very sweet. And the Chaos King, my roommate Steven, gave me this little Dead Cells guy with the baguette, signed by the devs that he got at PAX East this year. So those gifts and all the other gifts that that people have given me, you know who you are. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I want to give a big thanks to my friends and family for helping me through this, helping me through my journey through college, and supporting me, being there for me. And that also means a lot. So thank you all so much. So I just wanted to show these two, just because they were literally just sitting on my bed, so I figured I'd just put them in the background of the video, just to give them some screen time and stuff like that. So thank you for those, the two of you, and thank you to everyone else for being with me through these 4 years. I am going back next year. I'm actually starting this summer online with taking online classes, but I will be going back next year for another year to get a master's in business and communication. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's the next immediate step for me. But I'm gonna deviate away from academics in school now, to turn toward the state of my YouTube channel right now. And yeah, YouTube streaming, etc. These past 2 semesters when I was in school were a little rough. I performed well in everything that I wanted to accomplish. It was just a lot. I was very surprised that I was able to keep up with my channel throughout all of that. I know things dipped down a little bit, which usually happens anyway. I'm okay with that happening while I'm in school. Yeah, I know I had said I was debating whether to do YouTube this year. I think it was over last summer or something like that. Debating whether to do YouTube this year or to take some time off. And I decided not to. I was leaning toward doing it, and then I decided not to, and decided, hey, I can handle it. This is what I enjoy doing, and I powered through it. And I've been putting out content, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job. So any and all feedback is greatly appreciated on all my videos, on how I've been doing with the channel. I've always been trying to just improve in many aspects. I recently have redone some channel art for both my YouTube and my Twitch. I recently redid the logo for my channel. I really like that. I just, like the other day, redid my offline, graphic on Twitch. I've been using Adobe and stuff to do some of my own graphics. and I'm working on some completely original graphics as well. One that will hopefully be on my YouTube eventually, sometime soon. I am going to be working on a new banner for my YouTube channel, which, if those of you who know, I've had the same banner on my YouTube channel for almost the entirety of the channel. It's been pretty much the same thing. And not to say that I don't like that banner, I actually really do like that banner. I spent a good amount of time doing that, but that was before I did that on some other application. That was before I knew anything Adobe product-wise. Like, I didn't know how to use any of the Adobe editing softwares at that point. So I think now that I do, I can make something a little bit even better than that, since I have better tools at my disposal. Well, I will eventually plan to make a video once I get to 100 subscribers, which I'm sure will happen at some point. Or maybe once I get to 1,000 videos, because I think I'm at 800 something videos right now, which is a lot of videos. So we're definitely putting a lot of good content, and I want to make sure I'm giving you guys quality content as well, as much as I can. The current playthroughs I'm doing right now, I'm really enjoying. Season 3 of Minecraft, we've been going strong at that. Planning to do some more, of course. Don't know how much longer we'll be doing Season 3, but I definitely, there's a lot more that we want to do with that world, since it's new. So it's still relatively new, so we still want to, we still have a bunch of plans that we have going for that world. So I don't plan on stopping recording, Minecraft on that world with Cassie anytime soon. So that'll be something that we'll always go back to. Human Fall Flat's been really fun. We plan to continue that again sometime soon. The last video I put out, there was a connection issue or something, so we have to go back and do that. And the things on the Switch are doing great. The Mario Kart videos that I did a while back, and then the one I put out recently of the new DLC courses. As more of those are added, I will play those and record them as those other waves come out. Other Switch games as well. I plan on revisiting ARMS again soon to do whatever the highest level campaign mode is. Whatever the highest level difficulty is for that, I plan on doing that because I've never beaten that before, so I wanted to try and do that on recording and stream, probably both. Speaking of streams have been going strong. I really apologize for dropping so many stream dates this year. The past semester in school was very stressful, and a lot of things got in the way of my weekly streams. I said I still plan to do it on Wednesday around that time frame that I normally do, like at 9 to 10:30, somewhere in between there. But a lot of meetings and stuff for organizations or whatever that I was involved in there got in the way a lot. And where I quite literally couldn't do a stream because I was in meetings. I was quite literally busy and had commitments. So that was why I had to cancel a lot of streams. I think I only canceled a stream once or twice just because I was stressed. I don't, it was all stressful, but I don't ever use the fact that I'm stressed as an excuse to cancel stream, because streaming sometimes helps me de-stress even. So I don't ever really use that as an excuse. It was because I quite literally had legitimate conflicts that got in the way. So I do apologize for dropping so many of those dates, but I don't plan on doing it anymore, and it's never something I plan on doing. So looking forward to getting that. Well, I've already gotten that back on track, and I look forward to keeping it on track. So yeah, I've been enjoying doing those Twitchy Wednesday streams and any other special streams that I do every once in a while, like the Castlevania stream we did recently where we beat Dracula with Tony. That was a lot of fun. I plan to do more stuff like that too. I think it's time for a little bit of bad news. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say bad news, but when I say bad news, it's very short-term bad news, or relatively speaking, short-term. So, as everyone knows, I game on an Apple machine. I game on a Mac, specifically a MacBook Pro. It's what I'm literally recording this video on right now. It's how this is the computer that I do all of my stuff on, both school, YouTube, gaming, everything. That's kind of the problem. I got this computer 4 years ago. I've definitely had it for a while, and it's old. and I use it a lot. I use it a lot, and I use it for very heavy duty stuff sometimes, like recording and streaming games. Those things and activities are typically not what these laptops are made for. So it generally is very difficult for the computer to manage all of that, and also, for me to stay patient with it. But after I got everything set up, I found a lot of things. That worked, and I got things down to a science with the recording audio and getting this, the things on OBS and all the streaming components that I put on my streams, like the graphics. Now that I know how my stream and stuff, that I love all of that, but it is a handful sometimes, and I have to have a lot of things open, and it's a lot for the laptop to handle, and then the Catalina update came out for Apple, and I didn't read the update notes, so I stupidly updated to it, which discontinued the support of 32-bit applications, which means I can't play some of the games that I used to be able to play anymore, and that was at least a year ago at this point when that happened. So that was also sad. But what I have, I got down pat, and I found a system that works, and I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied with what I've gotten to work. Unfortunately, as of recently, because this computer is definitely on its last legs here. Definitely, I feel like it's constantly gasping for air. To put it, to personify it, it definitely is having a hard time keeping up with even the things that I normally would be able to do on it. Just because it is getting so old, and the battery is terrible. The battery life is terrible. And yeah, it's just old. So streaming or recording some certain games is no longer possible. Is no longer possible without it being ridiculously slow and impossible to really play. Because normally in the past, streaming Dead Cells had never been a problem. I had never had the game be that slow on Dead Cells. I've experienced like a slight drop in frame rate when I record or stream, but that goes for almost anything I record and stream. It takes a lot out of the computer to run a game and also record on top of it or stream. That takes a lot, and then to have these other things open like Twitch chat and Discord and stuff like that, it's a lot. And I totally understand that, but it's definitely getting to the point where even the things that I was able to do, like let's say 3 months ago, I can no longer do because the computer is getting so old, and it's time for an upgrade. So over this summer, I am upgrading to a new MacBook Pro, their latest version actually. And I know what a lot of people are going to say already, and I'm going to stop everyone right there. I know I should get a PC. And trust me, I am going to get a PC. That is coming. That is coming soon. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've wanted a PC forever, but I was cool with the Mac train on for a while. The Mac OS, the Mac Catalina update really killed it for me, and that was what kind of like pushed it over the line for me. Where I was like, I am no longer using. After this computer, I'm no longer doing this. I'm switching to PC because this has gotten like completely crazily out of hand, and it is just not suitable for what I do on YouTube. So after this next year, and after I get my master's degree, hopefully, when I most likely move over to the West Coast or wherever I end up being after college, that is one of the first things I will do. Is I'm going to get and most likely build my own PC. I have several people, just to name a few: Zach, Chaos King, and my brother John have all offered to help me build my own PC. And I want to extend a thank you to every one of you guys, and I will probably take you all up on that offer on getting help building a PC. I've heard it's not that hard, as some people think it is, so I'm sure I can figure it out. But a little bit of extra help would be great, and to make sure I'm getting the right stuff for what I need for what I'm planning to do, which is streaming and recording games. for YouTube and Twitch. So that, thank you again for offering your help. I will get back to you whenever I'm ready to start, which will probably be pretty soon after I'm done with my master's. Until then, though, I will be on a new Mac computer. I will be on a new MacBook Pro. Thankfully, the newer versions are a little bit more powerful with how they can run things, and also bring back some of the old ports. Bring back some of the old connecting ports. Thankfully, very, very happy about that. So I won't have to use all these stupid dongles and stuff anymore. To just plug in something, and it just makes the connection a little more fluid. I think so. I'm very much looking forward to that, and just to have something fresh and brand new, something that can run these games better, so that I can hopefully start a couple of these new playthroughs that I am planning to start, and I will talk about those right now. So yes, I have some new games, several new games in mind that I want to make videos on, but a lot of those will come once I get my PC, because again, gaming on a Mac, not every game developer makes their games for Mac, understandably, because Mac isn't really meant for gaming. So yes, there's a lot of things like, the Phasmophobia, SCP, so many games that I have wanted to play for ages and have not been able to, because I am limited by using a Mac. Again, this isn't meant to lampoon Apple in any way. I think the products they make are great, for what they're meant to be used for. When I get my new MacBook Pro over the summer here, I'm going to use it for my master's, for my master's degree classes next year, and we'll keep it throughout the rest of my life until it dies, and just use it as a work laptop computer, so that I can have my work laptop and then my PC at home strictly for gaming and recording stuff, and then have my laptop strictly for work, to keep those things separate, and that I think will be a lot more beneficial, and then make it easier to budget my time, and my patience with these types of things. Yes, a lot of games that I will get to once I get a PC, but there are also some games that I'm going to start a little bit sooner, hopefully once I get my new computer. One of those things, I have a couple games. One's called Superliminal that I'm going to play. It is I don't really know how to describe it because I haven't played it yet, but I've heard it's like it messes with physics and sizes of objects, and it messes with physics and perspective mainly. And it's a cool, just kind of puzzle-ish game, I think, a first-person puzzle-ish game that I'm going to do a playthrough of at some point soon. I really enjoy doing all these videos with friends and with Cassie. I do so many videos with Cassie nowadays, and I'm so happy, and it really warms my heart that Cassie wants to do YouTube with me and wants to be on my videos, and I really think she brings so much to the channel. So Cassie, if you're watching this, thank you for all your contributions to the channel and for supporting me and the channel, and for being directly connected to it and being in the videos and stuff like that. I think I really enjoy recording stuff with you, and I think the people that watch the videos and love seeing you in the videos too. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, just to bring up the next point where I'm I feel like I haven't done a single player playthrough in a while. Just me and the viewers just going through a game. I think I know one of the ones I did recently, before I knew Cassie, was Slender the Arrival, which I can't play anymore because it's not 64-bit, and it's not updated anymore. So, but I know I did that. That was a single player one that stood out to me. But there's those, and then there was some Switch games I think that are more recent that I did, like the ARMS videos and Mario Kart and stuff like that. That was good. But yeah, I feel like I haven't done a PC game, just single player, just you and me kind of video playthrough for a while. So I definitely am excited to get back into that, because that's, that takes me back a little bit before in the earlier days of my YouTube channel, where I didn't really record with anyone, just besides my sister, for a couple of Wii games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely I'm definitely excited to do Superliminal with you guys. And so the point I wanted, the side point that I wanted to bring up with that is that I have already tried to start a playthrough of it. And again, with back to the main point of this computer being too old, is that this, the requirements under the game when downloading it, it had like some specs and stuff for like, how much RAM, what's the recommended amount of RAM, and I had more than the recommended amount of RAM. So everything I have on this computer qualifies to play it. It's just that since it is so old, it's really slow, and I can't play it. So I have the game in my Steam library, and I'm going to have to put it on hold at least until I get my new MacBook Pro. Hopefully, that should have a better time running it. Another one being the Stanley Parable Deluxe. Ultra Deluxe, what is it called? Yeah, Ultra Deluxe. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe just came out at the beginning of this month, I believe. And for those of you who don't know about the Stanley Parable, it's a really, really interesting game. It relies a lot on choice and like kind of logistics and stuff like that, and just kind of philosophy. It's a really, really cool experience. And this takes that base game, updates it with new graphics, and also adds a bunch of new content to it as well. If you guys have not seen the Stanley Parable, please, I highly recommend you go get it and play it for yourself. Just the original or the new version, doesn't even matter, because the old stuff is still in there. But I'd say go on YouTube and watch a playthrough of the original Stanley Parable or something. I unfortunately do not have a playthrough of it because it was not on Mac, or at least it wasn't available on Mac when it came out, and I wanted to play it originally. But I have seen multiple playthroughs, and I played a little bit of it myself on a friend's computer way back when. Cassie also has played it. I had Cassie play it because I wanted her to go through the experience as well. And thank you, Cassie, for going through that. I think she definitely enjoyed it too. And it's a really, really cool experience, and it's kind of funny here and there, and it's definitely a different kind of game. It's really cool, and it's a very clever game at that. So if you haven't seen that, look up a playthrough, on YouTube, because I will be playing the Ultra Deluxe version, and I will not be going back to the original. So if you're looking for the original Stanley Parable playthrough, it's not on my channel. I unfortunately have not played it on my channel, but I will do the new one. So, but just like Superliminal, I just tried recording that today because I got the game yesterday. I just tried recording it today, and it was unplayable again. It was very, very slow, and it was very, very slow. I couldn't, it was slow even when I turned off OBS, and even when I turned off OBS and disconnected my second monitor and stuff, anything, close Chrome, anything that would have taken away from that would decrease the performance. Even then, it was still so slow. Like, it was virtually unplayable. So that I can't record any of these new games until I get my new MacBook Pro. So that leads me to say, I'm not taking a break from doing videos. There are still a couple games that I can still record, like Human Fall Flat and Minecraft and stuff like that. But I do want to say this, that currently, right now, where it stands, I am very limited into what I can record and especially stream. I can record a couple of those things, like I said, Minecraft and like Human Fall Flat and like Don't Starve Together, to an extent. I can still record that stuff, and then of course I can still record Switch games. For streaming, it's a little bit more heavy duty because I have other things open where I have chat and stuff like that, and I definitely need my second monitor for that because it's almost essential for streaming, to keep up with chat and everything. That I'm even more limited into because I have more things running in the background on my computer. I am very confidently saying right now that I am not able to stream any computer games right now. It is very, very bad how much my computer, cracks when I try and do that right now. So for the next month at least, until I get my new computer, until I get my new laptop, since I'm going to be at Cassie's in Eugene for about a month, I will only be streaming Switch games because that does not require a lot of background things on my computer, because it just kind of just captures what's on my Switch. It doesn't have to run a computer game, because that is what really kills it. So for the next, 3 or 4 Twitchy Witchy Wednesdays, I'm going to only be doing games on my Switch, because my computer can stream that without having too many issues, and it doesn't slow down the gameplay at all, because that's not really related. So again, I'm sorry for this. I pushed my computer through all these years to its limits to do all this stuff. So it's at the point right now where I need to do a trade-in, and get an upgrade. So that will be happening probably within the next 2 months. I will have those things figured out. Hopefully I'll be able to transfer all my data over to a new laptop, so I don't have to redo too many of these like configuration things for the audio and stuff like that, because that can sometimes be a nightmare. So until then, please bear with me while where I'm able to record less than I'm normally able to, and I'm not able to record as many things as I was normally able to. And the same goes for streaming, even more so actually on that front. So with that being said, I'm very, very excited for when I eventually get my PC and get a nice PC, and wherever I end up, have a nice setup. It doesn't even have to be perfect immediately, just a nice setup, and have a PC that I can use to accelerate my abilities to stream, record YouTube videos, and to play other games that I wasn't able to before, for you guys, because it's really special to me that I continue doing this, and it's something that I'm really passionate in doing. I love doing YouTube, and I love making videos for you guys, making content for you. I love interacting with you on stream, whether I know any of you in person or just know you over the web. It's really, really special to me, and I just love making videos and love making content. I love filming, I love gaming, I love video editing especially, and I love doing graphics and stuff like that. So I think it's just really is something that I always want to continue working and improving at. And it really, I've looked back at my channel several times, and it just like the progression of how I've done more and more things and have made things better has really made me happy. So right now, unfortunately, my computer's limiting me at some of that. So it's gotten a little frustrating. But I appreciate everyone being patient and bearing with me through this. And I think that's about all I have right now for this update video. I know it's been a little long. I've been recording for roughly half an hour. I've been recording for a little over half an hour, this video. So yes, thank you guys for listening to my rant. Thank you guys for listening for the updates. That's just so you guys, I wanted to keep you all in the know for if I am a little more absent over the next couple months. 1, because I'm going to be in Eugene. 2, because this computer sucks. And 3, because I will also be starting grad classes over the summer. I'll be starting them online over the summer, and then continuing in the fall for 2 more semesters at the same college I've been going to. So that is kind of the next steps for me, and those are my plans going forward. Again, super excited to finally get to make better videos, stream better, stream more consistently, and have a better time doing it once I get a PC, and just have a nicer time in a better, in a better setup and stuff like that. That I'm very, very excited to do all of that for you. And so be patient. We'll get through this together. We're almost there. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Of course, there'll be some bumps in the road, but we'll get through it. And I appreciate everyone staying with me and supporting me through all of this. and also through my channel since its beginning. As always, I like to say that. This is Munchy Mooslet. This is Mr. Be Breaded. Instead of the beheaded, the Be Breaded. And myself signing off for the time being. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate all your support. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any discussions you want to start, please feel free to in the comments below. I will respond to everyone's comment. So yep, that wraps everything up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. See ya.